Hello and welcome. This is going to be a short, gentle yoga practice to help with some stress relief. I'm Ann Saltis, a yoga teacher here in Listowel. I think it's safe to say that we're all feeling a little stressed and anxious these days with so much that's uncertain and unknown in the world. So it's good to bring ourselves into our bodies, moving with our breath, kind of getting out of our heads and letting go of some of the distractions that are outside of us and allowing our awareness to come inward to body and breath. So this practice will start standing and then we'll come down to the floor for a few things. If you're not comfortable standing or coming down onto the floor, you can easily do this practice seated in a chair. So please do what works best for your body. So come to stand in mountain pose. Just find your feet at a comfortable distance underneath your hips. Arms down by your side. Maybe lift and spread the toes, lift the heels, and just rocking forward and back a few times. You can even keep your feet flat on the floor and just rock a little bit forward and back. So just a little bit of movement, lifting the heels, lifting the toes. Maybe the arms can move a little bit. And just letting the breath be nice and easy. And just take notice of how your energy is today, how your stress level is, if you're feeling any anxiety, just noticing all of those things. And then come to stillness. Maybe just lift and spread the toes one more time and then bring all the toes down so you feel all 10 toes on the floor. If you're seated in a chair, make sure that you have your feet flat on the floor or resting on some kind of support so that your feet can be grounded. We'll bring our hands to our heart, pausing there for a moment and just checking in again. How's your energy level? Checking in with our breath, noticing our breath. So as much as possible, moving at a pace with your breath. I'll give you breath cues, but I want you to move with your breath, really checking in and moving with the pace of your breath. So find that breath, inhale and exhale. And then inhale, draw the hands up just slightly above your head. And then as you exhale, draw them back down, hands in front of your heart. And then just do that one more time as you inhale and exhale. Resting in there in front of your heart, pausing for a moment. And then bring your right hand to your left rib cage and your left hand to your right. So just the bottom of your rib cage, soften the shoulders down and just feel your hands on the bottom of your ribs and feel the breath. As you breathe, feel the breath moving in the rib cage. As you inhale, feel that slight expansion as the ribs press out. Exhale, there's a little softening, a little drawing inward of the ribs. So no need to change the breath, just notice your breath pace. When we get stressed and anxious, we often get our breath stuck up here in our chest, or upper part of our lungs. You want to try and draw the breath down into the lower part of the lungs and into the belly. So release your hands, place one hand on your belly by your navel, one hand on your upper chest. And again, without changing the breath, just noticing how your breath feels. And see if you can feel the belly pressing into the hand as you inhale. And then exhale, the belly softens. So just a couple of breaths like that at your own pace. Feeling that nice, nurturing breath, inhaling and exhaling. One more. And then slowly release the arms down by your side. In that connection to your breath, as you inhale, lift both arms up. And as you exhale, let the arms float back down. And one more time. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Good. Resting with the palms by your side. Have the hands by your side. Turn the palms up or out forward. As you inhale, lift the palms up. Bring them together, and as you exhale, draw the hands down your center. And then release the hands down by your side. Repeat that a couple more times. Inhaling, lifting the palms up. Exhaling, hands together, down through your center line. 2 more times. Let's go with your breath pace. Next time your arms come down by your side, just resting there for a moment. Palms on your side, by your side. Good. Take another breath. Inhale, reach the arms up. We'll hold the arms up. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Take a breath here, inhaling. As you exhale, let the left arm come down to your side. Reach across with your right, coming into a little side bend. As you inhale, come back up to center, lifting the left arm. Exhale, right arm down, little side bend to the right. Inhale, back up to center. As you exhale, the left arm's going to go out to the side and slightly back. Turn to look at your hand. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, right arm down and back. Turn to look. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, bring both arms in front as you bend the knees and sink the hips back into a little chair pose. Take a breath here. On an exhale, sweep the arms behind you as you lean forward like you're a downhill skier. And take a full breath here, inhaling and exhaling. On an inhale, sweep the arms forward, press into the feet and lift all the way up. Get a nice big stretch. Clasp your hands, turn the palms up toward the ceiling. Get a nice little stretch here through both sides. And then slowly release the arms down to your side. Do a few little shoulder rolls. We tend to hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, our neck. So just rolling the shoulders. You can roll both together, forward and back, or maybe alternate the shoulder rolls. Just make sure you're moving them in a way that feels good for your shoulders. Shake out the arms. Good. Bring hands together at our heart. Soften the face. And then with an inhale, we're going to open the arms, elbows bent 90 degrees, lift the chest. Exhale, hands together. Maybe the elbows touch. Maybe you tuck the chin a little bit. As you inhale, lift and open. Exhale to center. Maybe you do a little chin tuck. Inhale, lift and open. And exhaling. And one more time at your breath pace. And then releasing the arms down by your side. Good. Come to stand at the top of your mat, facing the top of your mat. We're going to take a big step back with our right foot. So the right foot will angle slightly so it's almost parallel to the back end of your mat. Your hips are turned so you're facing the long side of your mat. The front leg, the left leg is going to sink down into the left hip. Watch that the knee doesn't go way over your toes. We're not leaning forward like this. We're staying up, but the knee is bent. Any amount here. Good. The back leg is nice and strong. We're going to come into Warrior Two just for a breath, then we're going to do a little flow here. So bring the arms straight out from your shoulders. Look out over your left fingertips. Take a breath. Keeping the face nice and soft and relaxed. Face is soft. And then with an inhale, we're going to straighten that leg as we lift the arms to center. And then as we exhale, the front leg bends, the arms come down in front. So inhale, lift and straighten. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Just watch that the knee stays tracking over your middle foot, not floating out or twisting to the side. And exhaling as you come down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. One more time. Holding here for a moment. Let the arms relax. Straighten this front leg. Turn both toes to point forward. Just walk your feet in a little bit so your toes are almost turned in slightly. You're almost like a pigeon toe kind of stance here. Hands on our hips, spine nice and long. As you exhale, just bend forward, reach the tailbone behind you, keep the crown reaching forward, just come into a half fold here. Take a breath. As you inhale, press into the feet and slowly come back up. And just walk your feet together. Come back into mountain pose for a moment. Let's take a nice big stretch, reach the arms up. Bring the arms out in front, sink down into that little chair pose again. Tailbone back, knees over ankles. Take another breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms come down. And then come back to the top of your mat again. I'm going to switch sides just so I'm facing the camera. So back to the top of your mat. We're going to step back with our left foot. Again, that foot turns out slightly. Sink down into the right hip. And just look down, see if you can see your toes. We don't want our knee to go like way over that. We want our knee to be right over our ankle. Extend the arms into warrior two. Take a breath. And then we're going to do that little flow again. So as you inhale, straighten that front leg, lift the arms. Exhale, leg bends, arms come down. And moving at the pace of your breath. So find your breath and let your body move with the breath. As you inhale, lifting the arms, straightening the leg. Exhaling, the leg bends and the arms come down. We'll do it a couple more times. Finding your breath, finding that connection of body and breath. Coming into the present moment as we do this little movement. One more time. Keep the arms relaxed, straighten that front leg, turn both toes forward, walk your feet in a little bit, toes toward each other slightly, hands on the hips, nice long spine. As you exhale, hinge forward, keeping the gaze looking down. We'll just stay here in this little half fold. So the spine is nice and long, elbows draw back a bit, shoulders back. Feel a nice little stretch in the back of the legs. Take another breath. Inhale, slowly hinge yourself back up. Walk your feet together. Good. And then come back into mountain pose, the top of your mat. We're going to make our way down to the mat. So I'll let you come down in any way that's appropriate for you. I'm going to come into forward fold and then make my way down. If you wish to come into downward dog, you could do that as well. So let's take a nice inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms out to the side, bend the knees, hinge forward, hands to the thighs. And then just slowly make your way down, hands sliding down, knees bend. One leg comes down, then the other, hips come down. Good. So we'll sit up nice and tall towards the front of our mat. Knees are bent. Give yourselves a little hug. Just hug the knees in, sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling here. And then as you exhale, draw the tummy in, tuck the chin, and just curl up into a little ball. As you inhale, lift. A nice little opening through the chest. Exhale, curling in. Give yourself a hug. Inhale, open. And one more time. And then coming back up, releasing the hands down by your side. You can make your way down onto your back. Again, any way that's appropriate for you, maybe rolling down or coming onto your side. Good. So make your way onto your back with our legs bent and our feet flat on the floor. Knees about hip width apart. Arms down by your side. Find your breath again. Find that connection to your breath. Maybe your awareness has your mind has wandered off somewhere else. Let's bring it back to our breath. And with an inhale, reach both arms up, overhead, any amount. And exhale, let the arms come back down. Inhale as you lift the arms. And as you exhale, let the arms come back down. And then pause. Just pause for a moment. Arms down by your side, palms down. We're going to do a little hip lift, bridge pose.
If you want to keep your hands down by your side, that is an option. If you feel like your shoulders are not going to allow you to have your arms resting overhead, then keep your arms down by your side. Otherwise, we can move as we lift the hips, lift the arms overhead, and as you exhale, let the hips and the arms come back down. And trying to match the movement with your breath, inhaling, lifting, and exhaling, hips and arms come back down. Let's do 2 more times here, just at your own breath pace. Next time your hips come down, arms come down, pause for a moment. Take a breath. Draw your right knee in towards your chest, holding on behind the thigh. The left leg can stay bent or the left leg can straighten out. So depending on your hips there, I'm going to keep my leg bent. So with an inhale, press the right foot up toward the ceiling, and then exhale, bend the knee. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bending the knee. One more time, inhaling up. Exhaling, that knee bends. And this time as you inhale, press the leg up, hold the leg in extension, and just start to do some little ankle circles, circling the foot a few times in each direction. Bringing the foot to stillness, draw that knee in, give that knee a little hug, and then place that foot back down on the floor. Again, this leg can stay bent or it can straighten out. Draw the left leg in towards your chest. You can hold on behind the thigh. As you inhale, press the foot up. And as you exhale, the knee bends. Letting the breath guide the movement. Next time the foot is up, we'll hold that extension, little ankle circles. Just nice, slow little movements with the foot in both directions. And then draw that knee and give that knee a little hug. And place that foot down on the floor. Stretch both legs out long this time. Let both legs reach out. As you inhale, reach both arms overhead. And then exhale, let the arms come back down. This time as you inhale, reach the arms up, fingers reaching toward the ceiling. So your arms are over your chest, palms face toward each other. Take a breath. On an exhale, cross the arms over your chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. And maybe a little rock side to side if that feels good for your back. Take another breath. Just take note of which arm is on top. As you inhale, lift the arms, fingers reaching. And then exhale, cross the opposite arm on top. Give yourself that little hug again. And if you like, you might want to rock a little bit side to side or just stay still. Pausing there for a moment. And then release the arms down to your side. Bring both hands to rest on your tummy by your navel. Keep the face nice and relaxed. And we'll just start to do some nice deep abdominal breaths. So stay at your own comfort level with your breath, not forcing the breath or not causing any strain of the breath, but just start to slowly deepen the breath a little bit, drawing the breath down. Imagine you're blowing up a balloon in your tummy as you inhale. And then as you exhale, feel the tummy softening. We'll do that a couple more times, taking some nice deep, comfortably deep, full abdominal breaths. See if you can feel the whole lungs, right, the bottom of the lungs all the way up to the top. And let's take one more like that. Release your hands down by your side. Just come back to your own natural breath pace here. We're going to finish up with one more little stretch, and then we'll come into a very short guided Shavasana. You can choose to sit, or you can choose to lie down in Shavasana. Let's draw our right knee in toward our chest. And then just give that leg a little rock. Your hand is on top of your knee and you're just rocking that knee side to side, the leg, trying to get into that hip socket a little bit. So just slowly rocking side to side. And then let that foot come back down, stretch that leg out. Other leg in, give that leg a little hug. Do a nice opening on your opposite hip flexor there, and then just start to open that leg out to the side and back. So little side to side movement, getting into the hip. And then bring that foot back down, leg back down. We're just going to be in Shavasana for a couple of minutes. You can have legs out straight or maybe legs bent with the knees resting against each other. Hands can rest on your tummy or down by your side. If you wish to stay in Shavasana for longer, feel free to stay as long as you like. You might want to cover yourself with a blanket or something underneath your head. If you wish to finish with me, you can finish as I finish the guided. So I'll guide you through a little Shavasana for a couple of minutes, and then we'll come up to sit to finish the class. So you stay resting on your back, or if you're seated in a chair, sit nice and tall with your feet resting on something. I'm going to make my way up to sit. So make any adjustments to your posture so you can be as comfortable as possible. You might want to wiggle the hips side to side. Maybe gently turn the head side to side once or twice. Let the head and neck be comfortable. Make sure the low back is comfy. Again, if there's any tension in the low back, the knees can stay bent. And if you feel you're not quite ready for stillness yet, then go ahead and do some of those arm stretches as you inhale, stretching the arms up overhead. Exhaling, bringing the hands back down to your side. Maybe do that a few times until you feel ready for stillness. Or the other thing you could do, if you just want a little bit of movement, have your hands down by your side. As you inhale, rotate the palms up. And as you exhale, roll the palms down. And you could do that a few times too. So do what works best. If you feel like you're not quite ready for stillness, maybe just doing a little bit of movement will be enough to bring your body into stillness. So when you find yourself ready and in a comfortable position, let's bring our awareness to our body resting on the floor, or if you're seated in a chair, feel that support of the chair or the floor beneath you. Feel the whole body resting. And feel the weight of the whole body. Feel the body, almost feel like you're sinking down into that support of the earth. Bring awareness to all the parts of the body that you feel contact with the floor beneath you. Feel the breath moving through the body. And then bring awareness to the top of your head. And let that awareness move into your forehead and brow bone. And see if you can soften any tension you might be holding there. Softening and relaxing around the eyes. Letting that relaxation and that warmth spread down to your cheeks and your jaw. Maybe even wiggling the jaw side to side a few times, or we hold tension here a lot. Wiggle that jaw. Maybe open and close the mouth a few times. And let the tongue relax down so it's not pressed up against the roof of the mouth. Feel the whole face soften. Let that softening, that relaxation spread down into your throat, the back of the neck, across the tops of the shoulders, collarbones, down into both arms and hands, and feel both arms and hands resting nice and heavy on the floor. Let that wave of relaxation spread into the chest and the upper back, down into the lower part of the rib cage and the mid-back. Feel that relaxation spread down into the belly, the
whole abdomen, the front of the pelvis, the low back, back of the hips. Feel that warmth and that relaxation spread into your upper legs, front and back of the knees, front and back of the lower legs, ankles, the feet, the toes. Let the whole legs from hips to toes feel heavy and warm. Feel the whole front of the torso soft and relaxed. Allow the breath to be smooth and easy. And without moving your face, without moving the muscles in your face, just imagine that you are smiling. And allow that inner smile to spread to all parts of the body. Softening and releasing any tension you might be holding. Let that inner smile spread to all parts of the body. And then just bring awareness to your breath for a moment. Noticing the inhale and the exhale. Noticing all the parts of the body that move as you inhale and exhale. And allow that breath to bring you into the present moment, letting go of any distractions. Letting go of any thoughts that might be coming in. There is fear of the unknown. There is fear, there is uncertainty. But we don't have to allow that fear to spread into all parts of our life. We can come back to our breath and allow the breath to come into, allow us the breath to bring us into the present moment. And even though things are unknown, the unknown can be filled of infinite possibilities. So if you wish to stay in Shavasana for longer, please stay where you are. If you wish, start to bring some movement back to your body, maybe wiggling and stretching fingers and toes. Maybe gently turning the head side to side. Just slowly bringing awareness back to your body, back to the room, back to the sounds. Maybe take a nice big stretch and reach arms up overhead as you take a nice big inhale. And just let that movement feel really good. Fill the whole body with breath. Take another nice big inhale, nice big reach. And then as you exhale, let everything soften, arms back down to your side. Go ahead and bend your knees, draw your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rocking side to side a little bit, or little circles of knees over hips. And then when you're ready, come to rest onto one side. Pause there for a breath or two, and then very gently making your way up to sit. So when you find yourself in a seated position, let's bring hands together in toward our heart. Pausing there, and just for a breath or two, see if you can keep your awareness to your breath and to that energy that's there of heart and breath. Your breath is our breath. We're all connected by the breath. Know that you can come back to this energy and connect to this energy at any time if you're feeling stressed. Thank you and be well. Namaste.